Almost every year in the United States alone receive up to 2.7 million adoptable dogs and cats being euthanized due to few people willing to adopt their new companion from an animal shelter. Majority of us had pets or have pets in our lives, and they mean the absolute world to us, that they almost seem like our own children. And without them, our lives seems pointless without them. Well, we can also say that our pets feel the same type of way. Without us giving them love, snuggles, and a whole lot of treats, to them their life seems pointless. Well, for over 70 million stray animals roaming around the United States alone, and just about 6 to 8 million entering shelters every year, wanting a little bit of love, their lives seems pointless. When it comes to helping sheltered animals, we must consider adopting instead of purchasing. This will decrease the number of innocent animals who have never had a chance to be loved and taken care of in a safe, secured home. In addition, this will help lower the amount of backyard breeding and puppy mills. Today, I would like to talk about why we should adopt instead of purchasing, the cost effectiveness in adopting and purchasing a new companion, and is why we should stop supporting puppy mills of any kind in the United States. So what are the benefits in adopting? Well, for starters, you are saving a life. 2.7 million dogs and cats are being euthanized due to the conditions of animal shelters having limited space and for receiving newer homeless animals and to be taken care of. In adopting, you will not only reduce the number of innocent lives being taken away, but you also will bringing home a new companion to your house and opening up an opportunity for a more severe mistreated animal. When you first hear the words animal shelter, you're immediately probably thinking of an older, mistreated, misbehaved, probably even sick dog and cat. Well, however, that's not the case at all. When adopting from an animal shelter, you will witness a more joyful, healthy, well taken care of animal wanting to be taken home. Majority of these wonderful pets end up being in the animal shelter are already house trained and nothing to do with their misbehaving, says Humane Society. Another reason why you should consider adopting instead of purchasing a newborn is because they're a whole ton less. They cost less. You don't need to worry about their health conditions at all because all of that is already taken care of in the animal shelter. Like I said before, all the expenses such as vaccination, spay and neutering, as well as other treatments are already taken care of. Unlike a newborn, you will have to worry about that. You will have to worry about them going to the vet, having their vaccinations, buying their new kennel and all that stuff. When adopting, you don't really need to take care of all that stuff. Sometimes when purchasing a pet from a pet store as well as an online seller in a flea market, you don't know the conditions and you're way more at higher risk of paying hundreds of dollars just taking the pet to the vet alone. However, in animal shelters, you are 100% guaranteed to know the conditions and as well as the health of the animal before adopting, and you won't be supporting puppy mills at all. Now, you might be telling yourself that you want a specific type of hybrid or a specific type of breed. Well, you'll be in luck. There's a lot of different types of breeds and hybrids in animal shelters. And if a furry friend is not your type of thing, you'll be lucky enough to find a reptile, birds, mice, and exotic animals in the shelter as well. And an advice that I would give for people who are wanting to take that route in adopting is volunteering. I think by volunteering, you will get that bond with that one pet that you probably find in there. So finally, what are puppy mills? Puppy mills are known to be for mistreating animals in a form of receiving cash in a more inhumane way, low-key. Puppy mills are considered a commercial breeding facility that mass produce dogs and cats in cat mills for sale through pet stores as well as directly consumed through classified ads as well as the internet. Let us not forget that backyard breeding exists too, because backyard breeding is also influenced by profit. Backyard breeding is known as that neighbor that sells their litter of puppies from their family pet with good intentions. A lot of times they're not even good intentions at all. Nonetheless, you shouldn't be either supporting that backyard breeding as well. You should not support that as well. It's more than just putting two dogs or cats together in order to form a litter of them. It's focusing on the genetics as well as the birth effects that you are doing by constantly breeding the two dogs and cats together. When looking more into these two types of markets, you can also see that a lot of animals are in poor, overcrowded cages. They're malnutrition, and they even sit and sleep in their own feces majority of the time. And a lot of the newborns are not even getting their wellness checked after they're born, and they're taken from their mother at an early age, less than 6 weeks, which is the minimum, which later makes them have a behavioral issue. One obvious way to stop supporting these type of markets is by boycotting and immediately adopting by your nearby local shelter, and supporting the laws that support puppy mill cruelty. Pets are wonderful, and they should always be cared for and protected at all costs. However, not all animals are cared for and loved, but instead stuck in cages and wanting a new home, while others are constantly being backyard breeding with poor living conditions for newborns, selling for a ridiculous amount of price. My goal is to unveil the truth of how adopting is way more beneficial and instead of purchasing. I hope that this speech opens your eyes in the importance of boycotting puppy mills as well as backyard breeding, and opening your eyes in the possible next decision of wanting a new companion home, as well as wanting to find a safe and secure homes to wonderful, loving fur animals in your local animal shelter. One thing for sure to remember is to support your local animal shelter all the time. Always support them, and either by volunteering, donating extra supplies that they need, or simply just adopting. But please don't also forget that when bringing home a new pet is a huge responsibility, and that's why a lot of pets end up being in an animal shelter, because a lot of people don't take it seriously. A lot of people think that it's easy to just get rid of an animal just like that, when it's not. So please don't forget, and please don't take your pet for granted, and give them a lot of love and extra treats. Thank you.